HIJKLMNOPQRSTUVWXYZ.
Okay, have we been learning the ABCs wrong? That video showing a new way to sing the alphabet song. And this clip went viral. It racked up 6 million views and kind of sparked this question in the education world. What is the best method to teach kids the alphabet? Now, joining us in studio with insight from the St. Alphonsus Parish School is Principal Nick Padrnos. I got that right? Yes?
Padrnos.
Padrnos. I was so close. And Early Learning Director and Preschool Teacher Kathleen Fleming. Thank you so much for coming on this morning and talking about this. I was telling you guys in the commercial break, we talked about this in the editorial meeting. We went on and on for 20 minutes debating what was the best way to do our ABCs because we learned it a certain way when we grew up, but maybe it's not the perfect way. First of all, what was your feeling when you heard this version of the ABCs for the first time?
Well, first they went after the planet Pluto. Now they're going after the ABCs, so R.I.P. LMNO. But
you know, I was talking to Nick about it, and the thing is, the alphabet song gets a lot of attention, but it's not the only tool we use to teach literacy. We have so many strategies, and you know, we just had the Olympics, and you think about all those swimmers, and as young children, they weren't just thrown into the water and expected to teach themselves to swim.
Right.
They had coaches, they trained, and they practiced to reach their mastery. We do the same thing in early learning. We don't just put them in a classroom, sing the song, show them visuals of letters, and expect them to learn to read. It's just one of the strategies that we use.
Is there a need for a new alphabet song?
hey, I like the new alphabet song. You mean you get a clap in there? You didn't have a clap before. But whether you know the old song or the new song, it's not going to be a predictor of your reading success. And in fact, at St. Al's, what we do, you know, every kid's going to know the 26 letters of the alphabet. But even in kindergarten, we're going to start giving those kids 72 spelling patterns or 72 sounds that those letters make. People may think, oh my gosh, that's crazy. But neuroplasticity, we kind of underestimate what kids can do. So like just knowing a letter name isn't going to be that helpful in reading.
Okay, but there are educators across the country, apparently they're now moving away from the original ABCs, and one of the arguments is a lot of it has to do with the LMNO, because it comes so fast, and they think that kids could, you know, not be able to distinguish the individual letters in there, and then the X, Y, and Z, they could maybe confuse, you know, NZ being a letter, you know? Do you buy into that at all?
I will say, Bill, that I started working professionally with young children in 1988, and I have never met a child who thought LMNO was one letter.
Okay.
Not once.
Okay, there you go. Do you teach the new version at all in your classrooms, or are you just going with
we
the
talked
standard?
about this at our staff meeting yesterday. We
too, huh? Okay.
We did. And everyone kind of gave me a, huh? We had one teacher who knew about it, who taught it in a previous school. But as I was mentioning, like,
And what did they think about it?
you know, they were fine with it. Again, you know, it's still kind of got that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star tune. It's familiar, but as I said, you know, we're more in the business of giving kids a foundational block that's going to be multi-sensory rather than just memorizing some letters of the alphabet.
So we all learned it the old way, right? I mean, to this day, when I have to do anything alphabetically and I have to figure out where it comes in order, I do sing the song to myself.
Me too.
Right? Okay, we all turned out fine. So what would you say to those folks who say that they are proof that there isn't an issue with the original song?
I just think that's opinions. When I do the song, I use it as a space filler. I do it slowly, and we sign so that my littles will have something to do with their hands. So, and I am not a fast signer, so my LMNOs are slow.
LMNO.
Yeah, so that's something we might sing as we walk to the playground. And then they're holding up their little hands and trying to make a sign.
Have you heard from parents on this at all?
I think I will after this. I was like, then we will.
All right, so we do it however you want, right? Just make sure you get the letters in the right order. Is that the bottom line here?
I think letters in the right order is important, but I mean, really, you're not alphabetizing anything until you're in first grade. And then after that, you know, you kind of got it down pat. I think what we're more interested in, right, is exposing them to many different ways to see it, write it, hear it. Again, it's a multisensory approach.
Right.
Feel it.
Feel it.
Yeah, we do sandpaper, we do all sorts of things in early learning.
But I think to Kathleen's earlier point, like, we don't want to just give them one tool. We're trying to give them one among many, because we're trying to actually, these kids come into school with knowing thousands of words, and we're trying to give them the tools to, make meaning from those words and those patterns. And that might seem oppressive or rules-based, but actually gives kids a lot of freedom to make meaning, to evaluate, to synthesize, to do all those things that good communicators do.
All right. Well, just like the song, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're doing it right. Nick Padrnos and Early Learning Director and Preschool Teacher Kathleen Fleming, thank you both for your insight on this. We appreciate it.
Thanks for
a lot.
having us.
It was fun.